What is up, Pats Nation? It is Patriots Global here with another video, and you read that title right. The Patriots and current but soon to be former Jaguars quarterback Blake Bortles have a mutual interest in Blake Bortles joining the New England Patriots team. Now, I want to start off by saying no deal is done yet, and no deal can actually happen until he were to actually get released, because currently he is still the quarterback for the Jags, but let's keep in mind the Jags just signed Nick Foles to a gigantic deal, so they are going to be releasing Blake Bortles at some point. They are saying that they're going to be doing it before the new league year, so I would say very, very, very soon. And it's being reported that that could be a potential landing spot for Blake. I know a lot of us fans have been very itchy and very upset due to the Patriots' lack of moves. You have all these teams signing huge named players, and the Patriots have done nothing. Believe it or not, the Patriots are the only team out of 32 NFL teams that have not made a single transaction. That means a sign, a trade, a re-sign, anything like that. Only thing I will say to that is, Patriots fans, I totally understand that this is a very annoying thing. And it's the time of the year we all start to get crazy because we're seeing all of our players get released and signed by other teams, and all these good players being signed by other teams, and we're here not doing anything. But that's just the Bill Belichick way. That's what Bill Belichick does. He really waits until like the third or fourth day to actually start making moves. As a Patriots fan who has seen this multiple times every year, I would say that on either Wednesday or Thursday, more likely Thursday, but I wouldn't be surprised to see anything on Wednesday, is when Bill Belichick will start looking into actually making some moves. The Patriots were actually really interested in Blake Bortles when he was going into the NFL draft. He ended up being selected by the Jags in the first round with the third pick overall in the 2014 NFL draft. But before he was selected, the Patriots had a good amount of interest in him. Bortles is a 5-year-old veteran, turning 27 years old in about a month, and he's really racked up a pretty mediocre career, especially for a guy that was selected in the first round. He started 73 games, completed 59.3% of his passes, thrown 103 touchdowns against 75 interceptions, and has a career passer rating of 80.6. That is the second worst in the NFL over that span of time. But although he had his rough points, Bortles has not been without promise. He definitely has shown that he is capable at times, as he posted a 52 out of 81, which is an 84.2 for 669 yards and 5 touchdowns and 1 interception for a passer rating of 105.4 in his past 2 games against the New England Patriots. One of those games is also including the 2017 AFC Championship game. He threw an impressive 35 touchdown passes in 2015 and looked very serviceable at times in 2017 when the Jags actually had a pretty decent season with a pretty simplified offense. He's also a very mobile quarterback with 1,775 career rushing yards, and last season he actually posted his longest rush for what I believe was 40-some yards. It actually was reported that if Blake Bortles was on the board when the Patriots had come around, they would have selected him instead of quarterback Jimmy Garoppolo. Obviously though, he got selected and the Patriots could not grab him, so the Patriots looked another way and did end up signing Jimmy G, as we all know, and I guess formerly Love. I guess the main thing here to remember is that he was a part of the Jags. Now, I'm not taking anything away from the Jacksonville Jags, but their coaching staff is subpar compared to New England. He, without a doubt, did not have a great offensive line, and then you add the fact that he really didn't have any types of threats when it came to the receiving game. I mean, it gets kind of hard to succeed when you're not necessarily set up to succeed. Watching his highlights, especially against the Patriots, even this past season, he has made some pretty dang good throws in some pretty tight windows. I see some of Tom Brady in him with his short dump-offs and quick moves. I think the big question kind of comes down to, what do the New England Patriots even do if they sign him? I mean, let's for a second pretend that he is post Brady. He is the quarterback. He is the future. Let's for a second just pretend that. He is then in his 30s. In his 30s playing in the NFL, and that would be your New England Patriots starting quarterback. To me, I just don't necessarily think that is the best idea, because then, soon enough, you're going to have to be thinking about life post Blake Bortles. Now, in my opinion, I think that he would be a pretty good serviceable backup. He was a starter in the NFL for many, many years. Like I said, the Patriots had interest in him. He knows the NFL. He knows the league. He knows other defenses throughout the NFL. And I really just think that he's more talented than Brian Hoyer or Danny Etling. With some actual weapons around him, an actually good offensive line, and some actual coaching from the best coaching staff in football, I think that they could turn him around and make him be something, but I definitely do not think he's the answer to be in the future. So my point comes up to, are we really going to just sign him to have him be the backup of the New England Patriots? I don't know. I mean, it's an interesting move. Obviously, nothing is done, but even for there to be mutual interest between him and the Patriots really sparks a conversation. But that is it for today's video. What are your guys' thoughts on Blake Bortles and him having interest in joining the Patriots and the Patriots having interest in actually bringing him in? Let me know in the comments below. Also, make sure you guys like and subscribe. It helps me out very, very, very much. Make sure you guys share this video with everybody who knows who can go to the Patriots Global family. And other than that, I will catch you guys in another video.